How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the Mojo YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about procrastinating, why people don't get shit done. So I was thinking about this recently, bro.
Hit me.
A lot of people don't get shit done. Like, people constantly like, yeah, I got to do this, I got to do this. But there ain't never enough time in the day. I just be like, it's because you push shit off. And not just you, or not, I'm not saying you, or just people in general. I push shit off too sometimes.
Yeah.
When I find myself procrastinating, it makes me angry. Like, don't get me wrong. February could have been a better month. I did a lot of procrastinating. And I ain't even off to the best start this month. I'm trying to get myself out of this rut of procrastinating and just getting more of the stuff I need to get done.
Right.
But I'm trying to feel like, what's the best way to get out of procrastinating? Or why do people find themselves procrastinating?
I feel like, well, I'm just speaking for me personally because I was like the procrastination king. I feel like you just think about it too much instead of just going and do it, or just like taking the Nike slogan, just do it.
Yeah.
Like just taking that and run with it. Like sometimes, like if I plan to read today, if I gotta like read 50 pages, I'm like on YouTube. I'll be like, yeah, I'll do it like an hour or two. I'll start at 12 and shit instead of just turn the iPad off, pick up this book now. Then when you do it, you're gonna end up finishing that bitch on time. Like just do it. Don't think about it. Just make it kind of like your muscle memory. Just go ahead and do it.
It was a study they said, I think, let me know if you know this study, but it was saying like if you don't do something within the first 5 to 10 seconds of you thinking of it, you more than likely not gonna do it.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But like, is it like a lack of motivation, or does like some people go get tattoos or at least sticky notes, or they do certain stuff, or they got like little things to make themselves remember to do stuff, or is it like a lack of motivation, or is it like they don't really want to do it? Is it boredom? Is it
I feel like it's a little bit of both. Like it's a lack of
are they
motivation,
distracted? Like,
um, or it's just like they really don't want to do it. Cause like if you want to end up like say if you want to do something that's like gonna pleasure you, like yeah, I'm about to go see this movie at 12 instead of going to movies now. You're gonna go to the movies at 12. But if you gotta say, hey, I gotta read these 50 pages, yeah, I'm gonna read these 50 pages at 12 instead of reading these 50 pages now. When it get to 12, most likely, you can be like, yeah, I'm gonna start at 3. I got a little opening. I'm gonna do it at 3. Maybe push it back a little bit instead of just doing it now and getting it over with. So I feel like if you're motivated enough, you can just say, yeah, I plan when you plan your day out, like, yeah, I plan to do this at 12. And you're motivated enough to, oh yeah, it's 12. I'm done. Time to go do this. So I just feel like it's a little bit of both. Like you don't really want to do it anyways, and it's just like a lack of motivation.
I don't even think it's because like when I find myself doing it, I don't even think it's a lack of motivation because it's the stuff. Don't get me wrong, I get the stuff done. It's just like instead of getting it done when it needs to get done, it might get done the next day or a couple days later. Like, but it's like I don't even think it's lack of motivation. Because like I hate talking about motivation because we say you got to be able to do the stuff even when you don't feel like doing the stuff. So like it always just gets done. I think it's just the discipline. I was listening to somebody talk today, and he was talking about, man, bro said, how you want to be great and you can sleep comfortable with somebody else, knowing somebody else working harder than you. That's the only thing that lets you know he was a fighter. He's like, only way you know you can step into the cage and know you gonna win is when you know you worked harder than other dude. That's why I can walk in there super confident. I know nobody's outworking me. So it is. I feel like it comes down more to discipline than motivation. And I was thinking about it. I was like, because like it's like an argument. Like, and then I seen another interview with what's his name, Warren Buffett, and what's the one dude, the Microsoft dude name?
Okay.
Yeah, Bill Gates. And they was like, what's the most important thing to y'all success? And they was like, focus. And after hearing those two interviews, I was like, when you mix discipline with focus, you get your goal, or you get that dream outcome, or you get the result. So like I just wrote a formula, D plus F equals G, or equals goal or result, whatever you want to call it. And I was like, those are the two things. Like, you don't fuck motivation, and then fuck the distractions. It's just all about having discipline and focus. Cause like I was like, okay, what's more important? What's more important, discipline or focus? But then I was like, shit. If you disciplined but you focus
I
on too
feel
many
like
different things, you won't get shit done. It's like niggas got too many pots or too many kettles. They want to be a YouTuber. They want to be a movie star. They want to be a street dealer. They want to be a rapper. They want to be a. It's too many things. Like, you could be disciplined, but it is only so much time in a day.
I don't know, I just feel like focus and discipline. I kind of feel like they coincide into each other. I feel like they're not like as two separate things.
Yes and no. Like, you can be
Like they
focused
are
on different
different, but I
things.
feel like they're the same. Like they end up being the same. Like your discipline and your focus. Like I feel
I,
like they end up being the same.
I look at discipline as like a lifestyle. Discipline, like you either a disciplined individual or you're not a disciplined individual. It ain't like if you discipline sometimes to me, you're not disciplined. Like so, I wouldn't even say I'm super disciplined because I'm not always disciplined. Like if you focus is like, all right, right now we making YouTube content. That's our focus right now. When I'm done with this, I'm gonna go back to my other job.
But wouldn't you say that's a discipline? Because every Sunday and Thursday we do this one
Yeah,
thing. That's
this is one of our disciplines. Like it's something we
yeah.
do
That's why I feel like
consistently.
it ends up being the same thing. Because like we could say it's our focus of
But
trying
like
to
not
generate a
even I
YouTube
would say
channel,
like
but
well, as far as discipline, like I was 40 minutes late today. Like that was lack of discipline. Like cause like, it was other shit that got in my way. Like I wasn't late on purpose. But it's like being 40 minutes later, like we recorded a video and the camera for some reason that shit ain't work. And like, oh, like discipline. Like this is our focus right now. But like discipline is we gonna be here. Or focus like we gonna be here, but we can be better. Like focus
yeah, it's always
discipline is
a
what gets it makes it better. I think focus is just showing up. If that's probably the best way I can explain it. Like how you were
yeah,
saying the stuff you want to do. Like, oh, if you want to go see the movie, you don't gotta be disciplined to go to the movies. That's just your
yeah.
focus. It's what's on your mind right now. It's front of mind. Like discipline is okay. I gotta read the 50 pages in the book. That's your discipline. You reading it. Focus is you showing up and actually taking notes, retaining, putting, highlighting. That's the focus and the discipline coming together. I feel like you
Okay.
can have focus without discipline. Can you have discipline without focus? And I think you can have discipline without focus. I don't think it's gonna be they stay separate, but I think you can be doing some shit. Like I find myself reading and not paying attention all the time.
Like that's a very
And I'd be like,
common
all
thing for
right,
me.
tap myself like, okay, I need to focus.
I end up thinking about something else while I'm reading.
You know what I mean? Because you're not focused. You
Yeah,
reading, you disciplined, you worry, you doing what you said you was gonna do. You
I
being
end up
disciplined, but you're not focused.
thinking about something completely off the wall and
Man,
different.
like you present, but you're not present.
Like damn, I just wasted 5 pages not doing.
And then you got to reread them.
Yeah, yeah, I feel you on that one. But it's like, how do you think that can help you with your procrastination? Like, how do you use focus and discipline
I think
to?
what you said make a ton of sense. Like you, it's all about the Nike slogan, just do it and just understanding it. Shit, like don't waste time. Like, cause you showing up. Everybody like, oh, you gotta show up. You gotta show up. But and that's I do think showing up is the first step, which is important. I think we talked about this before. What's the most important, the start or the end or the middle or whatever? I do agree the start's the most important. But if you show up ill prepared, it ain't no difference to me as you not showing up.
Yeah, but I also think want to be like another word into this equation. Equation. I feel like sacrifice plays a part of it too. Like,
Hmm.
if you want to be have like less procrastination, but you're not willing to sacrifice anything out of your day, like out of like certain time periods to get certain stuff done, it won't happen. Like,
I'm with you. I
like if
completely
you,
agree with that.
yeah, like if you got like a full ass schedule, you work like 8 to 8 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. You got to take care of this, wash these dishes, watch this child, and you won't finish everything, and you won't have any free time to like 12 a.m. at night. I feel like you may have to sacrifice some sleep to
Yeah.
like get some like certain stuff done. Like, oh, I gotta do this homework because I'm
But
still in
this is,
school as
and
well.
I completely 1,000% agree with that. And then this is where I come. This is where in my head I be debating or thinking or contemplating. This is what made me bring it up. So you sacrificing sleep, right? And say you want to, I don't know, because the goal is to be successful. When you get successful, you get more free time to do the shit that you want to do,
Yeah,
and then you probably get more time to sleep, right? So it's like I'm sacrificing sleep now to sleep later. Like it's just, you know what I mean? Like why don't I just sleep now? You feel me? It's like okay, like say you want to try like so that's the thing. Like I feel like
but
people shortcut it or they don't go all the way. Like say you want to be successful so you could travel more.
yeah,
Like you want to be able to travel whenever you want instead of having to ask or having to save up or some shit like that. Instead of me spending 17 years grinding hard, working my ass off, why don't I just travel once a year or travel once every 7 months instead of me being able to travel okay here every day.
it's not the same. Like, it just depends on what you want.
I'm
Like,
with
I
you. I
feel like you
agree it's not
could.
the same, but like that's my thing.
It just depends on. I feel like it comes down to it depends on what you want. It's like you say you can sleep now instead of actually sleeping later. But if you sleep now, it's gonna push your goals like farther and farther back. Say you finally achieve your goals like at age 35. You're still young, still move. You can do everything you want. You can sleep in at 35. Your kids are like already way old enough. So you don't really got to take care of them. You just gotta give them some money for some food. That's about it, really. And you can do anything you want after that. Versus you sleeping in now, like today, and you won't reach your goal to like 55.
Mm-hmm.
You're way older, can't move as well. You're not as young, so like it just all depends on what you want. So like back to your example again, like why don't just travel once a year versus traveling every day? Like some people don't mind traveling once a year because like they like being at home, like they
Mm-hmm.
like being in their city, like somewhere comfortable. Like for me, for like a preference, like I want to travel within a travel within a travel. Like if I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to Italy, I'll spend like a week or two there. Then from Italy, I'm gonna go to Japan. I don't want to go to Italy.
Talking about a whole nother concept. All
Yeah, I
right.
don't want to go to Italy once and then go back and I go on a plane for like another 6, 7 months, 12 months, and then go to Japan. Like, no, I'm gonna go save some. I'm global warming, so I can waste some airplane gas going all the way to Italy, come like all the way back to the United States instead of just going all the way to Italy
I'm
and just
with
go
you.
all the
I
way
agree. I'm the
to
same way.
Japan. Yeah, like
It
I
is
want to
about the sacrifice. I guess I just
around the
thought of
world in
two
80
things you saying it.
days.
Did I ever tell you about the story with the fisherman? I think I told you that one, didn't I?
Yeah, I
He was
think
like, "Oh yeah." So dude, sure, I'm trying to sum it up real fast for y'all if y'all watching. It's like dude was a fisherman, and he would go fish and just fish enough to make. He would catch just enough fish to feed him and his family, like it's him and his wife and his kid. Then the dude was like, "Man, why don't you start a fishing business? Teach some other people how to fish, and then they gonna go fish, and then you make a whole bunch of money." And then after he would finish fishing to feed him and his family, he would just spend time with him and his family. So this dude talked to him to starting his business, hiring people to go fish for him, get one of them big fishing boats and all this, explain how to do it. Then he was like, then you have money, then you could chill and spend more time with your family. So he like, I'm gonna do all this just to do what I'm already doing.
yeah, it just depends on which like it depends on the purpose person. Like nothing's like if you make the decision not to make the business and just continue what you're doing, that's not a bad thing. And versus like the other way, I know like society now they kind of like teach you like, well, I know like the younger generation like they try to like guilt trip you to, yeah, you decide to just work this little fishing job and then just go home and spend time with your family. They try to say, "Oh, that's not life, bro." Versus you just creating this business, you got all this free time. They try to like, I feel like they try to guilt trip you into doing that. But I feel like both, if you make option choice A or choice B, or the red pill or the blue pill, like it doesn't really matter. Like both are good options. Like if you're comfortable in your lifestyle of, you know, uh, getting catching some fish, like 5 fish enough for your family for the week and you good and you just want to go home and spend time with your family, no beef about that. Versus, oh yeah, I want to build a fishing empire and I don't got to do shit but just spend time with my family. Like it just all depends on what your
Yeah,
preference
it's the
is at the end of the
same. Like it's the
day.
same. It's two different routes to get to the same goal, and it's like, all
Yeah,
right, one gonna come with a lot more. It depends. Like so now, that's what I was thinking about when you was talking about traveling from here to there to Japan and stuff. It was like if you're about to sleep, like you can sleep now, and then you probably got to stress a little bit more to like
yeah,
because you got to stress longer because you said instead of getting at 35, you get at 50 or something. So it's like all right, a couple extra years. It was at 15 years, something like that. A couple extra years of stress. That's what all it is, stress. Like, all right, you can
yeah,
just
extra
do it
pressure.
now,
Yeah,
then you have less stress. I'm like, I guess that's the main thing. It's like, how long do you want to be stressed for? Because
yeah,
if you with the fishing thing, maybe you a great fisher and it's easy to catch fish for you. Maybe it's not. But then you gotta go catch a fish every day until you die
yeah,
or until something happen to your family, which God forbid. But if you start this fishing empire, you're gonna be stressed out managing these knuckleheads because whenever you got people working for you, they knuckleheads,
yeah, it just
and then you're
depends.
gonna be stressed with that. And then once they get successful and the business can run itself, now you don't gotta worry about fishing every day or feeding your family every day because they gonna be feeding your family every day.
Yeah, it just depends on all like really what you want. Because I'm like, if you want to make decisions now and be finished and reach your goal at that 35 age, that journey is not going to be easy because you want to do it at this certain time period. Like you're squeezing your goal down to this time. So it's going to be a high like pressure environment. It's going to be a stressful environment because you're doing this every day. But I feel like you eventually get used to it. And it just becomes routine and clockwork versus you still having it like this wide of a goal. Basically, it's not as stressful. I feel like, but you're just like taking your time versus you squeezing it down to like a much shorter goal.
You
Basically,
basically just put like if you're doing a 35 to 15, I'm guessing just squeeze like another 15. You just took 15 years and condensed it. When you say it like that, that make a lot of sense.
yeah.
You
So
just shrunk it in like you had extra 15 years,
yeah, so
but you just
yeah, it's just like So it's gonna be a lot more stressful because you're trying to squeeze that much time in together.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like you do it enough, like you get used to being, I guess, in a high pressure environment, like in your head. Like you just get used to it, and it becomes like your new norm, your new lifestyle. So it just depends on like if you're like on your preference, really. Like if you want to make a goal like a 10-year plan versus like a 25-year plan, you know it's gonna. I feel like you just gotta have the mental makeup. Like, yeah, I know this shit gonna be hard, but hey, people do it all the time.
It's similar to what Elon was saying. Like you give yourself a week to clean your room, it's gonna take you a week. You give
Yeah,
yourself however long you give yourself, that's how long it's gonna take.
it's annoying when you're doing it, but once you're done, you like, all right. And then it's gonna be probably like the same way for the week. Like it's not gonna be as annoying, but you're gonna take your time, it's be less stressful at the end. But it's just I did it faster because I was stressed out doing this shit. It's just all depends on what you really want to do at the end of the day, like what you prefer.
Gotcha. That make a lot of sense, man. I'm happy with the answer you gave, man.
Yeah,
You
thank
want to
you. I
add
appreciate.
anything on to that?
I know that's about it.
I'm happy with the answer. You answered my question. I'm good. Man, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let us know what you want us to talk about next. We cover any topics, anything you might be dealing with in your life. This is just a way for us to talk about stuff, just dealing with in our lives. I've been procrastinating recently. I want to talk to my bro about how to fix it. If you're dealing with anything you want to talk about, let us know. And please hit the notification bell, subscribe, tell a friend, and we're out. Peace.